Hello, hello, my friends! My name is Rabbit, and welcome to episode 108 of Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2. Let's go ahead and get this party started, because we do have 3 princess vines that we need to explore here in St. Elmo's Fire 2. So the first order of business is that my amulet did change as I suggested it would. I wanted to go ahead and switch out Vera because she did hit her 4th evolutionary form. So I swapped her with Joan, who was at level 20, so she was ready to be merged. As you can see now with her evolution bar, we should be able to see her 4th form as well within either this episode or the next one, hopefully soon. Anyway, Joan now has stun attack. I decided to go ahead and give her this S rank ability, even though I think the late bloomer, or I should say the S rank skill, because abilities are the passives. That terminology just throws me off, but nevertheless, you know what I am saying. I think this late bloomer passive slash ability is kind of bullshit, and I expressed that I thought it was a bit ratchet when we first encountered it after completing the Dark Wind Forest, but I just thought, you know what, whatever, this is the best compatibility with Joan anyway. Basically, what that final evolution looked like that was tied to the stun attack is the line for Joan, so the Denadrex that grow into whatever. So I thought, whatever, just fucking do it. It'll help her hit her 4th form faster. So that is what I opted to do, and it's nice to have a physical attacker on this side because I was telling you guys in our last episode that I wasn't sure if having that Maldiard, I believe is what Vera was sporting, was really getting the job done. So I don't know. Anyway, the other change that we have here is that I did decide to get rid of Mundo, and I swapped him out with Riley, who we have seen before. He is right on the cusp of being able to access his 4th form, so I was a little disappointed that it's so freaking close. Oh, that drives me nuts, but it is what it is. So he is on the corner of the earth and the water side. I decided to give him the S rank Barian because just dealing with some of these Augs here in the Fire Force is a little bit of a pain in the ass for some of our other beasts. So that is why I opted for that. And Riley had already had Lamina when it was at level 20 right before I merged it before coming back into the Dark Fire Forest. And I thought having the extra heal over time would be nice. It recovers 3 times in a row before it goes away and you need to recast it. So I thought that would be a little bit nicer and easier than trying to rely on Sierra to be my only healer and then her possibly dying. So I wanted to experiment a little bit. I really gave this some thought, Riley specifically, so let's see if this works out. So far, as I've been combing my way back through to where we had left off, it's been working, so we'll see if that kind of keeps up. And then the last thing is that I did go ahead and put Natasha here. I don't remember who was in this slot before. Maybe this one was Mundo? And then who was on... No, that wasn't Mundo. Who was here in the center? Ah, Dacia. That's right. So I dropped Dacia and threw on Natasha. She was also at level 20, and so I thought, let's go ahead and fill up her bar, so maybe we can get at least 2 final forms out of this amulet that I'm sporting right now. And I went ahead and just gave her what was appropriate to her evolutionary line as well, in the similar fashion to what I did with Joan, so she has Tackle. Now, this doesn't combine, in my opinion, the best with the Barian, because I have to basically cast Barian 2 times in a row in order to really optimize utilizing Tackle, because there's a charge before Natasha attacks. So I kind of don't like that, but it is what it is. I'm more concerned about getting her to the 4th form. I'm not that crazy about this spell and the different variations of this spell anyway. So that is what happened in regards to our team. I'll just let you take a nice gander at them once again. You'll for sure see them in action because we've got a lot of stuff we need to do. And I did decide to dig back through my storage unit. I got a Gara root, which I wanted to wait and give to Riley with you guys present. So vitality went up by 2. That's good enough for me. And the power extract, I'm actually thinking of giving it to Joan. She does quite a bit of damage, so I think it'd be nice to just, you know what, tack that extra 2 on there. So we're 2 for 2. We're doing okay. I have 2 more citron powders. We didn't find anything too special. A bunch of gems. Shouldn't say a bunch, several gems, and I got a couple mugworts and elixirs from the various ogre vines. So let us go ahead and go. This is the first of the 3 princess vines that we encounter. I've already run through this entire area and I've killed everything, so let's just go ahead and go. You guys will have to excuse me if I have to keep clearing my throat or coughing. I am I guess, dealing with a little bit of a dry/hoarse voice today, and I don't know why. It's not like I was yelling and screaming yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Nothing really. All right, let's kill this thing. I really didn't do anything too special outside of just troubleshooting some stuff with my husband regarding his father and just a couple of the other people we've been dealing with bullshit surrounding. We didn't have anything major. I did a bit of work from home. Actually, on Monday, I'm also going to be working from home because I have a few projects that I need to finish, but I had mentioned this in our last episode as well as the one before, that I'm going to be helping with our school's graduation. So they decided to be fair and say, okay, well, if you're going to be staying late and working extra hours this Friday at graduation, just stay home, do what you need to do to make sure that the rest of the week is going to run smoothly for you. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to kind of get a 3-day weekend. Not really, because I'm still going to be working all day Monday, just coding, running stats, doing all that stuff. But it's nice that I'll be able to do it in my pajamas. I don't have to get up at the ass crack of dawn to be at work. And I think that's kind of the worst part of it sometimes, is that I have to get up at like 5:30 so I can be there on time. And it just really consumes your entire day, getting up, getting ready, driving to work, being there for 8 to 10 hours, and then driving back home. Like, you literally can have no life outside of that schedule for the 5 days that you have to do it in a row. So I'm very much looking forward to the fact that Monday I can wake up instead of at like 5 or 5:30, I can get up at 6:30 or 7 at the latest, and I can just work the entire day in my PJs if I want to. I just like having that freedom. I wish there was more flexibility at this school, especially with my position, because I can do so much from home. And, my argument has always been, you guys, I can be on call. I literally live like 15 minutes away. So if there was ever anything major, like, just take a 15-minute break and I will be right there. It is not that serious. But, of course, flexibility is only granted to certain people. So it is what it is. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but it can be a tad bit obnoxious at times. Okay, and let's go ahead and finish this up here. And perfect. So I feel like this team is a bit better than what we had previously, at least in terms of damage and survivability. Now, you could also argue that we have more levels and we have a couple more evolutions going on, whereas before everyone was in their larval form pretty much. So I'll take it. I did spend quite a bit of money when I was doing my merges, so I'm happy to find as many lovely gems as possible. And shit, this place is kind of branching, isn't it? So I need to figure out... Oh, that just loops around though, so that's not a big deal. So we'll try going this way, and then I'll backtrack if I need to. Really? These dead ends are driving me a little cuckoo. Alright, let's just go ahead and start on our wind side and rotate. I want to try to give Riley a chance to build back up his mana, because like I said, in order to really get Natasha to dish out her deeps, I almost have to cast Bury-In twice, which eats up a lot of Riley's magic. So that's not ideal. I think having someone who attacks immediately would be better than having that stored power ability. Oh ho ho, nice try with the skewer. Too bad we got shields for days. Alright, well that pretty much makes that easy on me. I'll go ahead and kill this thing. The more XP, the better. It's nice at least for everyone who's in the kennel, and it's honestly not taking us that long to do this. So I'm going to start out on this side first. Have you guys had a chance to see Lamina? I know I've used it, but I can't remember if I've done it for off-camera grinding or if I've actually brought it into my party while we've been playing together. So you'll at least get to see it in action here. And give me 1 second. Let me grab a sip of tea. I feel like I'm losing my voice here. Okay, let's see. I'm glad we were able to get that through. We don't want any confusion, shenanigans going on. And I see you guys. Oh my goodness, the crits. So what do you guys have coming up? Any fun adventures? Anything exciting? I know summertime is almost here. If people aren't already in finals this upcoming week, then it's coming in the next 2 weeks for you, which is really, really thrilling. I mean, I can't believe this school year is almost done. I gotta tell you guys, there have been some major ups and some major downs, so I almost feel like we shouldn't be this far into the year. It's just crazy to me. Riley, why are you the only one still with Lymina? Like, what is that all about? Did it just wait before taking it off? That's a bit odd, but whatever. We'll go and throw ours down. I don't know what major plans Andrew and I are going to have. I know we are moving this summer. We're still not 100% sure where. That is something that we've kind of goaled. Like, we have to choose by the end of May where we're going so that we literally have all of June, or at least like 2 weeks in June, to visit the city and, you know, find an apartment, all that jazz. And then July would be the month where, you know, we pack things up, we sell things we don't want to bring, blah, blah, blah. You guys know how moving goes and how that should unfold. So for me, as long as we can figure out where we're going to be living before May ends, we'll be okay. And I'll consider us right on track. But so far, I'm feeling a tad bit anxious just because it's like, oh my God, I don't know. And ooh, look at those sexy colors. I don't know if I like them still including that red. I think the previous form looks better, but I'll take it. You know, I kind of wish, you know how there's the larvalized form now that sort of does the opposite of Imago? I wish instead of larvalized keeping them at that stupid, shitty, generic larval form that like 20 other beasts have the same model for, I wish they would let you choose which lower level form you could be, because I actually think the form we had previously for Sierra was the cutest, and not just the cutest. I think the design looks really neat. I think this specific bluish purpley hue is a nice palette for the design itself. I think this was a good look, but the one that's here now, I mean, I like it, but I don't know, that red is kind of weird. I think they should have just gone with the green that's on the ankles, the legs, and applied that to the spots where there's red, because the red doesn't really look right to me anyway. Maybe you guys will like it, maybe you won't. At the end of the day, I suppose it doesn't matter. We'll see how long she stays in the party anyway. She should be here for a bit because I'm not planning on using Walter anymore, especially since he did hit his 4th form. There's not really an incentive for me to... Okay, is this the second one we've seen? We'll kill this thing really fast. That might be the second one, it might be the first one, and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I am not too sure. Let's do the usual. Let's start off with heals and go around the long way. But Lymina's pretty good. We're not running into too much trouble now, but as you saw in our first episode, our team was struggling a little bit. So I figured the heal over time is probably a worthwhile investment. So we'll just stick with that. You know what? I might actually just stay on this side so we can get through this faster. Because Maisie still does a lot of damage, even with her generic auto attack. So it's not too bad when she runs out of mana. I kind of wish I had MP, or it's not MP talent, I think it's called magic talent, which lowers the percentage of magic that is consumed each time you cast a spell or execute an ability. Ah, I was right, there are 2 of these. There's one over here. Wait. Yes, there's one over there. Okay, I think. Or am I losing my mind, you guys? I don't know. I don't know. This is what happens, I guess, when you try to talk and do this at the same time. Okay. What I will do this time, let's go ahead and just put Barrion down. We'll get that speed boost, baby. So anyway, I guess coming back to what I was saying about this summer, I have no idea what we're going to be doing outside of just deciding where we're going to be living and moving there. I know that this summer I am only going to be doing some part-time work, so I'm hoping that I will be able to devote more time to getting videos out for you guys, and not just Let's Play videos, but a bigger variety of things. So I had finished my next script for my big upcoming review. I finished that like 3 weeks ago, but I just haven't had a chance to really collect footage and begin the editing process. So I'm hoping that by mid-June I'll be able to have that out, especially if I am only working part-time. starting in the month of June because my contract ends this month. So if I'm only working like 20, 25 hours a week, that's like 15 to 30, depending on the crazy weeks, more hours that I will have for all of you and to get more content out. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get all of that edited. And if we heal this thing, Sierra, you biatch. I can't even believe this. What the fuck? Well, whatever. I guess it's fine. As long as she gets more XP, it's okay with me. Really? I'm gonna have to ask you to stop? Oh my god. We're gonna be here all day doing this. You know what? No, we're not. I am nipping this in the bud right now. Nice try though, monster. So yes, I should have basically 15 plus more hours each week starting in the beginning of June to get things edited, to get things recorded. So I really want to focus on getting that review done for you guys. My sister is going to start doing some things with me just because, like I've said, I feel like some people are kind of flaky and it's hard to rely on people that you don't really know to always be there and to consistently be accountable. So I think it will be nice to bring an actual family member in on my channel and allow her to have a bit of a presence, because at least I can, kind of like with Andrew and when we were doing the Legend of Dragoon collab, I have had in the past people ask if I can collab and do full Let's Plays with them. But I've just been learning more and more as I've gotten to know people that some people are stronger than others and some people are more mature than others, and some people can deal with things not going their way better than other people can. And it's hard, I think, working with people that you don't really know that well, because sometimes they can just drop the ball, and so something that you've spent hours trying to get together will suddenly no longer be something that you can complete because they don't want to pursue it or whatever. So because of that, I think my sister is going to start having more of a presence on the channel, because I know you guys do like the collabs instead of it just being me. I don't know if you guys watch his videos, but I've become recently, over the last year, a big fan of HC Bailey, and I always thought this was interesting. I don't remember what video it was on, so I'm not even going to try to pretend which one it was, so I can't give you the source of it, but there was a user who actually asked him something along the lines of, hey, HC Bailey, you've been doing YouTube for so long and you don't really have collabs outside of like his own brother, I think, has done things with him. But they said something like, you've never really done collabs, you don't really network yourself, so it's nice to see that you have amassed a decent following. He's been on YouTube for a long time, so some people would argue, only having like 80 or 90,000, however much he has at the time of me recording this, is not that impressive considering the years that he's devoted to this. Like what? He's been doing YouTube for 6 years, 7 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. Honestly, you guys, it might be. And, some people get that 80,000 in the first 6 months or year of them being on YouTube. It's kind of just a crapshoot and the luck of the draw. But anyway, I'm kind of going off on a side rabbit chase here. So the point of me sharing this with you is someone pointed out, you've been doing this for so long, and even though you haven't really gotten that many subscribers, why haven't you considered, doing more collabs or working with more people? And he just came out and said, it's never really seemed fun to me. And the implication that I was getting from that was that he felt as though some people are more reliable than others, and why waste his time worrying about pretending to be friends with someone and being fake and doing all this networking stuff when someone is just in a fleeting moment of rage or anxiety just going to be like, you know what, fuck this, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like, I even think about all that drama that unfolded between Leafy and, what's his name, Ethan? From H3H3 Productions, and I feel really bad that, like, two people who were previously friends, like, suddenly they no longer have that relationship. And I don't know how much of a presence they both had on one another's channels, but it's still, in my opinion, unfortunate that it reached that point. And you know what? I'd rather be on good terms with as many people as possible. So I think focusing on collaborating with responsible and mature people who are going to be reliable is more important than having a bunch of different people that I network with. Like, I'd rather actually build a solid relationship with different folks. Oh, so where is this? Oh, so this one has the branching. Okay, we'll quickly, depending on how big this is, explore this area. If there's only like 2 or 3, we should be good. Oh, or this one might take a little bit longer. Maybe we should save this for the next episode. I don't know. Let's see. If I get into a fight, we'll just call that it. But if I can get through and poke my head into everything, I will do the fighting solo. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, I mentioned all of that just to say, you guys can look forward to my sister. Kalma, bitches. Now, this is a good way to end this.
Kalma man, leave forest.
Sorry, you're not going anywhere.
Kalma man, destroy village. Kill human. Destroy village. Kill human.
I'll never let you.
Okay, so you know what we will do. We will fight this thing. Hopefully it won't take too long. I think there was one more ogre vine to explore. Oh, Della get you. Okay, this is what Belinda would turn into. What is this? Oh my god, that damage. This will be pretty nice to have. And I like that it attacks more than one person. I think it would have been nice to have a variety of physical attacks that do group damage instead of having to rely on some magic attacks to do group damage. So it'll be nice to get this. In before it has kind of a bullshit ability attached to it. Like what? Occasionally you hit yourself. I don't know what it would do, but I'm not trying to hear any of this shit. Oh, stop. Okay, I was really worried that he was going to kill my people. I was like, oh god, please no. Alright, let's go ahead and get some heals going. Especially if I'm going to be rotating. I don't want to lose anybody. Nice try, Riley. That fucking 17 damage was so good. Nuts. Alright, let's see if we can stun it and or poison it. That would be great. Ooh, we got both. If it can stay like that, I'm going to try to heal up. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so nervous. But this is what we needed. So we'll finish up this island. I will run back through everything, re-explore, and then bring us here, or not here, but to the previous section so that we can go into the other little branching side spot. I kind of like it. I feel like this at least encourages exploration, whereas the other ones, I didn't think it was as fun to explore. And by other ones, I mean the primary forests that we had gone through prior to unlocking the dark forest. I think these are more varied and interesting, although I still wish they had given us more diverse backgrounds. Like, it's kind of getting old looking at the same shit over and over and fucking over again. Is there anything else left here? I don't want to really deal with your shit. Oh, I didn't even see this. What do we have here? Sharp book. Did this thing really go back up here? Okay. I just want to open everything up on the map. So let me open this menu so we don't get caught while I'm doing my outro. So guys, just to let you know what you can expect when we come back together in our next episode, we will be ready to head into the other branching path from, you know, this was a branching path in and of itself because we had the 3 options in St. Elmo's Fire 2, and then I don't know what the previous area was called, but we had the 2 paths and we chose this one. So I'll make sure we take the other one when we do come back. I'll do some selling. I will make sure that we are prepped and ready to go, and everything should be okay. Oh, I guess I should bring you back to the... Fuck. I kind of want to fight though, but I want to... You know what? Whatever. It's fine. Let's just go back to the temple. I would have liked to get the XP for this, but at the same time, I like showing you guys when we hand in the kalma, and I think that is more important right now than me. Did I really go to Kikinax instead of... You know what? Fine. Whatever, while we're here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm kind of a hot mess. I am just tired. Tired. Okay, let's get this. I only want one of like each... Oh, I might only have one of each thing. I still have this. I need to use this. Maybe I should just sell it. We're getting Hellfire books, so I don't know if I really need this. You know what? Fuck both of these. I wanted to hold on to them and actually utilize them, but that's fine. I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff. Some things are just not worth worrying about. Okay, so we'll go to the Room of Life, and then in our next episode, I'll continue to explain kind of what I envision for the channel over the summer when I will have considerably more free time. But alright, let's end by handing over this Delegetsu. Shockwave. Hey, it actually doesn't have a trolley bullshit ability, so I will take this. It has HP up 3 as its ability, and Shockwave, it does extra large damage on side enemies too. Perfect. I love it. Give it to me. And that is it, you guys. So let's go ahead and just sign off right now, not make this too much longer. So I am your host, Rabbit. This is my Let's Play Jade Cocoon 2, and I will look forward to seeing you in our upcoming episode together.